So I found this sexy minor poison Archer Queen, most importantly Archer Queen deck. I'm gonna abuse Archer Queen while telling you guys some childhood stories. Before I get into that though, I have heard you guys have given me a heck ton of video ideas or series ideas because I asked for it. And thank you guys for that, first of all. Second of all, most of them suck. But I can't really complain because they're probably better than anything I can think of. Anyhow, I did settle on one of them. How do you get that off in time? That's annoying. But I did settle on one that I will probably do, which is this one. Not final, but it's the most intriguing to me yet, which is push to 5k trophies, but if you lose, you have to restart. And I think that's interesting because I just can't lose. And it fits me very perfectly because I don't lose. See, I might do that one. And the only thing I can buy is Pass Royale. I'll put that restriction on there because it's only 5k trophies, so it won't take me that long. Maybe like a week or two at most, or something like that. Anyhow, let's get into some childhood stories. Talk about baby Austin. Let me just reiterate that this is childhood stories, and none of the things that I do or anyone does would probably happen if I was older. But let's get into it. So first off, if you listen to me, you can probably tell that I'm American. That's right, guns and shit. But I'll have you know that I did not always live in the US of A. In fact, I lived out of country for a couple of years. Where, you might ask? I'm not gonna tell you. Maybe I'll tell you guys in the future. But the point is, I lived out of country for a couple of years. But yeah, the first thing I want to touch on is that get it, minors. First thing I want to touch on is that I remember all my neighbors, they were so like casual, you know, they just didn't give a shit. It's almost like Canada, even though it wasn't Canada, where like you can literally just walk into your neighbors' homes and they would just welcome you. They wouldn't care. They wouldn't see you as like an intruder or anything. I remember when I was young, I hit the king tower, I'm stupid. I used to walk into like a random neighbor's home that I didn't know them, they didn't know me. I would just walk in and they would be like, oh hey, I would just be like, fuck that, let me play with your Thomas the Choo Choo Train toy. And I did. That was probably the whole reason why I actually went to their homes to look for toys to play with, because I was a little kid. Probably a very dangerous thing in America. Now let me take you guys to preschool. So I did preschool, kindergarten, and the start of elementary school out of country. Now you might be asking, hey Austin, since you did school out of country, is English not your first language? It was, because I went to international schools, basically meaning that I went to an all-English preschool, kindergarten, and the start of elementary school out of country. So my first language was English, although I am bilingual. English is still better. But remember, in my preschool, our preschool was literally connected to a fucking zoo. You heard me, damn right. Every Fridays, I remember this. I don't know how I remember this because I don't remember anything else from like my preschool age time. But I remember that every Friday we would go to the zoo because it was just like a 10 feet walk away, and we would see animals and shit because that's what a zoo's for, I guess. Anyhow, it was great, but that's not the more important part. I remember one of my preschool teachers. I don't want to name him, although I do remember his name. But let's see, what do I want to call him? Mr. Child Abuser. Yes, that's what I'm going to call him. Except for the fact that he's not exactly a child abuser, but I don't really have any other better name to give him, so I'm just going to call him that. And yeah, I remember he used to tickle me a lot, which is weird if you think about it, especially for a teacher. Like, why you be touching kids? I know for a fact I didn't ask his ass to tickle me. Yeah, no, in hindsight, that was weird, to say the least. Is he gonna bats? Yep, okay, nice. So yeah, no, that was, interesting, but you know, it is what it is. Shit happens. I'm sure he's a cool dude, but that was goofy. Anyhow, let me do a 180 back to my neighbor stuff. So I used to take taekwondo classes when I was a little kid. I didn't really like it at the time. The highest I got up to was green belt, but it probably didn't mean shit because I was a little kid, so it doesn't really matter. I remember I had a friend with me that I would go together with, and he was my neighbor. He was the same age as me. And he did not know how to bike, and I biked everywhere. Oh yeah, and also, I got my bike stolen later on, so that was kind of annoying. Anyhow, I remember one day he wanted to try biking, so as any friend would, I was like, fuck it, why not? If he dies, he dies. That was my Sigma mentality back then. Stupidly, the first thing he wanted to do was ride the bike down a very, very steep driveway with no helmet on, no protection. And mind you, kid was like 5 years old. And I know I was also only 5 years old, but in my head I was like, something's probably gonna go horribly fucking wrong. And would you look at that, I was right. I remember the first second, it was like, oh, jelly, he actually kind of knows how to bike. Second second, okay, he's doing it. Third second, oh, he's fucking dead. Okay, fine, he didn't die. Yeah, no, he fell pretty badly if I do recall, and I remember I was traumatized, bro. I was fucking traumatized because I've never been in that position before where one of my friends were just on the ground dead. Once again, let me reiterate that he is not actually dead. I'm just using that choice of word a lot. I don't know why. But yeah, no, I remember he was on the ground like groaning in pain. And I was like, oh fuck. So the first thing I did, being a little kid, I did not help him at all. And I'll tell you what I did. What I did was I went to his parents' house and I rung their fucking doorbell and I was like, oh hi, yeah, how you doing? Good day. And your son might be fucking dead. And yeah, we got all sorted out. He was good, I think. Maybe some brain damage here or there, but probably not more than he already had for wanting to go down that steep ass hill for the first fucking time he's ever biked. But that's not important. What is important is that he's alive. Yay. Well, I don't know if he's still alive right now, but hopefully he is. It'd be really funny if he's watching this video. I don't even remember his name, to be honest. Shit, maybe I have more brain damage than he has. But yeah, no, he was calm, but he was very pissed at me. I remember I had taekwondo practice with him, and I remember I felt so guilty because I thought it was my fault the whole time. I would blame everything on me, like, oh, I shouldn't have let him done that. I remember the whole time throughout taekwondo practice, he was giving me like the death stare. It was a fun in hindsight, it was the funniest shit. He was pissed at me, bro, which is probably fair, to be honest. I don't know why I remember it being so funny. And the weird thing is that was the last time I remember interacting with that guy ever, which is weird if I'm being honest. But also there's a story where my brother's friend cut a crayfish in half with a knife, pissed on it, took a shit on it, and flushed it down the toilet. Should I talk about that story? I don't know too much about it. You know what, actually, sure, why not? It's in my head right now. There's a bunch of childhood stories. I remember back when I was like 5 years old, I couldn't really watch rated R movies. I remember watching a rated R movie. It was called The Heat, if you guys remember, or no. I think it was a pretty funny movie if I recall. Yeah, no, one of my brother's friends, I think he had like a crayfish. He owned like a crayfish, which is strange. And I think I later found out that it was for like a school project or something. My brother had to get one later as well. I don't know, man. School out of country was whack. But what I remember was that he pissed on that bitch. There's gotta be some form of like bestiality or something like that. That motherfucker killed the crayfish, cut that bitch in half, and proceeded to take a fat dumpy on that already dead crayfish. Like, come on, man. Now, mind you, he was no friend of mine. I don't think I ever would have been friends with someone who took a dumpy on a crayfish. Yeah, I don't really know how to feel about that even now. Like, I don't even know what to say about it, but it's just something that happened. Oh yeah, and there's also that one other time where, so I had a very diverse set of like friends, like people from all over the fucking world. But I had a very diverse set of friends, mostly I would assume because I was going to an international school that a lot of other international people were going to, so a lot more international people lived around there, so there was a lot more international people that I can make friends with. I remember I had a Korean friend. I don't exactly remember if he was Korean or not. No, yeah, no, he was definitely Korean, never mind. But I had a Korean friend and he had all the best fucking Legos, man. I wanted all his Legos. I wanted him, man. I was greedy. I would never steal from my friends, but it was just like smart tactics to get their Legos. And with this one friend, I'll call him Jay. I'll call him Jay. And I remember I was able to like haggle. Well, not haggle is definitely not the right word, but I was able to like ask him for a toy and like beg him basically. And he soon gave in, thankfully, because I don't know, I was really good at begging or something. Nice ass dude, I'll tell you that much. I also had a white friend named actually I can't name him, but what should I call him? Let's call him Jonathan. Don't know why, but anyways, this is a much stranger story, but once again, it did kind of also involve me wanting something that he had. This time it was a stuffed like cow toy or something like that. It's not a Lego, it was just like a stuffed animal that I thought was really cool, and he was gonna give it to me because he didn't really care about it, but then his mom was like, nah, you can't give it to him because it's his sister's. And I was like, oh shit, never mind. So I remember that guy. He was actually pretty cool. I like that dude. He was weird as a motherfucker. That guy wanted me to watch him take a shit, and I did. I wish I didn't, but my kindergarten ass did not know any better. And I don't know why the fuck I still remember that. That is actually the only thing I remember about Jonathan. I should probably put a viewer discretion is advised, because I'll tell you something that I'm not very proud of. I still remember what his shit looks like, and I hate that fact. It's bad enough that I watched him shit, but it's even worse that I still remember the exact shape that his shit looked like. It sounds like I'm going mental, honestly, and I might be. No, I messed this up. Oh my god, I messed this up. No! But yeah, no, that experience, it did not scar me for life because I was a little dumb kid, so I didn't really give a shit because why does my memory remember that stuff? I don't know. His shit was in like a circle, bro. I don't even know how he did it, man. It's actually kind of impressive. Like, how did he get his shit in a perfect circle? Yeah, I'm definitely putting a viewer discretion as advised in front of this video. Some things you just don't know, I guess. I mean, shit, I don't know. Anyways, that's about it for the childhood stories. Good thing I stopped right there, where it probably would have got a lot worse. I would have remembered some even worse stuff. Let's talk about aliens. I don't know why I'm thinking about this. You guys believe aliens are real or no? And when I talk about alien, I'm not talking about like the green stick figures that are publicized. I'm talking more about like life outside of Earth. I think there is 100%. Somewhere in the fucking universe, there's some sort of life. And I think that was scientifically proven, although I don't exactly remember. Anyhow, what are you guys' stand on that? Hold on a second. Alright, I don't give a fuck anymore. Let's just try to win now. I don't give a formal apology if my story scarred you guys for life. Anyhow, let's see. Bomb tower like this. We gotta end off on a win. Gotta abuse the crap out of Archer Queen. Like this, maybe? Dot. No! Wait. That's not good. That's not... Okay, that died. Okay. What the fuck? Did you just ignore that? Did you lag out? God damn it. Don't do me like this. Please don't. Don't do me like this. Fuck, bro. He really lagged out. Gave me the easy free win. I was trying to work for it, man. Ooh, I got the log here. Nice. Anyhow, that was another episode of Story Time. That's about it. Stay safe and don't watch your friends take a shit, because privacy. Oh, yeah, and subscribe!